Hey fellow TIs, hey non-TIs, hey everybody who's involved in this kind of stuff. Hey anybody who's just watching this video out of curiosity. Today I want to do something different. I usually rant and talk about what my stalkers are doing to me. And what I'm going to do is a challenge to myself, and it's a Sunday afternoon. And this video is going to be called Staying Positive, and I'm actually going to challenge myself in this video to just stay positive and talk about my situation in a positive manner. Like this weekend, this whole week, I was the only driver, at work. I was the only worker at my work, like in what I do, and I held down the fort. And I got it all done, and through the weekend I was on call, and I got it all done through the torture. I've done a pretty good job protecting myself, and I just want to thank God for that. I want to thank God for Him being in my life and showing me, what I need to do to protect myself, and like being there with me and guiding me in these videos, guiding me when I research things on the internet, when I talk to other targeted individuals. I want to just thank Him for my life that I have right now, for my family, who I don't see enough, but I want to stay positive. I've got this life. I'm still alive, and I'm going to work on Monday, so I haven't lost that job. Did a real good job, like by myself as the only person that does what I do for the whole week. I mean, I got a stack of what I do. I guess I don't want to talk about too much detail on my job. The job's going good, and that is a blessing, and I want to thank God for that. I may not call it staying positive. I may call it thanking God for what we have. I have a family. I have a dad. I have a mom. I have a grandma. I have a brother. I have a beautiful dog. I have a beautiful yard, a beautiful house. Even though I'm being attacked in it, it still is what it is. It's still a beautiful house. I have just a great dad and mom who would do anything for me. I know that everybody who doesn't know about the situation, or who doesn't believe me, that are my friends and my family who love me, that if they did know about this, they would be in my corner. More than that, they'd come live with me, and we would, go toe to toe with these people. But that's not how these people present it, on purpose, so you can't get help. But trying to stay positive, so this is the challenge. So what else? Had a good weekend, a restful weekend. I caught up on sleep, even though there was a little bit of, or a lot of, trying to get electronic harassment through my walls, which they did. But it was still positive. I still did fun stuff. I still, kind of just watched funny videos on the internet. And, let's see, what did I do yesterday? I was on call, did some calls, and then I made a video, but I'm not going to put it out. I erased it already, and I was just kind of showing my tabletop defenders and how they work. They're my best line of defense. I know that buffers it, but it has to be right by the equipment to have an effect. I haven't studied. If you're just being hit remotely and not on the ground, and you don't, your remote attackers are very far away. I haven't studied putting the tabletop defenders around you and how it affects that remote, power coming at you, that directed energy that's remote. What else did I do? Probably need to go visit my grandma. She's in the hospital, but she's getting better. But I just want to thank God, for her, for, all the people in my life who've taught me to be who I am, have taught me to be strong and to be a good person. I have flaws, like y'all know I have flaws. Not a perfect person. I'm not like some superhero. I want to be a superhero in my life, and I think being a superhero is helping people. It's just helping them. It's not even being like, Superman or, the Hulk or Iron Man. It's just helping people as much as you can. That's what superheroes do. I've seen it in my parents. I've seen it in a lot of people around me. They're superheroes because they just try. You just try and do your best and help people. But that's a very positive thing. I don't know. I just want God to speak through my heart right now in a positive light, because I've been putting out a lot of videos that they're not. It's not like they're hopeless or anything. But these guys who are attacking us, they have military equipment that it's you can be strong against it, but it's microwaves pounding your body and your nervous system. This morning I woke up, and this is a negative thing. I woke up, my back, they're working on my back and kind of my front, my back, and I guess you'd call it not like right above your groin, I guess, which is just kind of that area. They're working all their way around that, so my back's real sore. So that kind of doesn't help me at work, but I got through it. I just when I had to carry big stuff, I would just put it to my side. God's taking care of me in this, and He'll take care of you in this too. Just pray, and He'll work through you to think of good ideas to defend yourself, to who to talk to. We can totally do this. One day this week, I was walking out of a gas station, and I just realized we're gonna win this. Like, no matter how bad it gets for me, no matter how bad it gets for you, and I guess this is we're gonna win this. The information's gonna come out. This is not something that can be hidden for much longer, and we are gonna win this, and we'll get reparations. Just something in my heart just said that, so I just want to tell y'all that, to relay that to y'all. And we are, a very positive thing is we are all still alive, and we can still talk, and we can still put out information. And I would tell you guys to do that in a second. Even if you don't want to put stuff out like videos or write a book or start a blog or have a Facebook page, keep a journal of what's happening to you. We need those experiences when this does come out. We need everybody's experiences. So even if you don't want to put out videos or put stuff out for people, which is totally understandable, this is an embarrassing thing, and if you're trying to live your life and get through this, I understand that. But keep a journal of your pain, of what they're doing to you, so that when this does come out, we'll have those records, because this is awful stuff, and we need to know about everybody who's been tortured and justly, imprisoned in their homes, and, just entrapped and tortured and raped in their sleep. Real positive thing is I've been hurt from this stuff, but I can still think and research, and still, be myself, and still be intelligent, still use my heart, use your heart, to navigate your way through sometimes. If you feel angry, if you feel emotions that you feel like you can't control, just use your heart, and purify yourself, and just realize there are certain things that are you, and then there are certain things that are external from this electronic equipment, that's going to be fighting that's going to be trying to make you the bad guy. It's going to be trying to make you look like you're, out of sorts, and entrap you. But the positive thing is that you are you, and there's a lot more stuff that they can't touch. There's this equipment, it can rape us pretty good, rape our minds, rape our bodies. It can hurt us. The directed energy can really hurt our nervous system, really hurt our minds. But there's stuff inside of us that it cannot touch. I completely believe that, and I'm not just blowing smoke up of everybody's butts. I completely believe that, because I've gone through this for 6 years. The last 2 years have been so heavy, like military grade assassinations basically on me with this directed energy weapon, like while asleep, while I'm up, at work. And I've gotten through it. I've gotten through half a year at this job. Half a year, it helps that it's a small office. It's not a big office where this could spread too much. It helps that I'm not in an office all day, that my job does that. So God has blessed me. I asked him, to help me along in this, and he sent somebody, my friend who got me this job, and he got me this job, and it was a good fit, even with what was going on, the terrible stuff that was going on. It's a good fit for that. I'm able to work my way around that because of the nature of the job. And God has blessed me through my friend. He'll bring people into your life to help you. So if you feel like you're isolated and you pray to God and it's just like, oh, I'm by myself, what am I going to do? He may bring somebody into your life to help you, to get out of whatever bad situation you're in, or to go to the next stage of fighting this gang stalking stuff. So we have to be very wary. You have to listen to your heart about people, because I know that there are a lot of whatever perpetrators or gang stalkers or people that will kind of weasel their way into your life and and screw you over. But God will bring people into your life too. So we can't discount everyone. We can't distrust everybody. And I'm kind of working my way over there. I'm like, I don't really trust anybody. I see policemen because they caravan me so much, and I'm like, I don't really like seeing policemen anymore. And I used to really like seeing policemen a lot. I was like, oh man, we're covered. This whole city's covered. But positive will come out of this, and that's kind of what I want to challenge myself to make this video. And you see how I'm going slow because I'm quick to yell and to cuss, and I have been, especially lately, because it's just so much, it's too much all the time, torture. And I've researched it a lot and heard a lot of testimonies, and I'm sure these people, they make salaries, they get paid off of this, they get vehicles, they get things from it. So that's why that's why a lot of them do it. They do it for, they're like, oh, we're protecting the world from terrorists or whatever, and they'll just make up anything. Even if I'm not dangerous, this guy needs to make me dangerous so he can justify it in his mind, and he can be okay with blood money that he's getting, going into negative stuff. But there's a lot of reasons these people do this stuff. There's a lot of reasons to stop it. Every reason they do it is a reason to stop them. And God will give us strength. That's the positive thing, that no matter how crazy this stuff is and how nobody else sees it, and especially people who don't see it in my neighborhood, they go along with it. And I don't know who goes along with it and who doesn't. I think I have a friend in the neighborhood. He said that he's seen my videos and he's heard about this and he knows what's going on. He's been in my house. He's a Christian guy, and I kind of look at him like, man, maybe he can help me out. Maybe he can talk to other neighbors. And I don't know. Maybe he's lying to me. Maybe he's saying that, but I really don't know. I don't know right now. He seems like a great guy, though. He seems like he wouldn't do or be involved in any of this. So that's a very positive thing that's happened to me. I told him about it. I was like, yeah, my neighbor, I was really scared to tell him because he's just working on the house. He lives down the street. And I was like, yeah, my neighbors are attacking me. They've been attacking me for 3 years. That's why I have all that aluminum in my house. And he's like, oh, I know about all that. He's like, I know that. I know how to deal with these people. He even wants to maybe rent a room or something from me. And the thing with that, though, is a lot of good people, especially my other friend, they think they're going to get in the house and disprove or prove what these people are doing, but because microwaves are so accurate and they can just pinpoint somebody's head, there's never proof of that, and so then they really don't believe you. So that's a problem with that. Because my dad, when it first started in this house, he would come over and sit right by me, and they would just hit the other side of my head. I would be sitting there right by my dad. Say my dad was sitting right here to my right side, and so they would just hit me right on the left side. And so I'd try and kind of move my head so maybe my dad could feel it. But I think if you're not getting hit with it 24 hours a day, it's you don't notice it. If you get hit with it for a minute, out of your whole life, you're like, oh, I got a little headache or I got a muscle spasm or something like that. But when you're attacked with it, you know, just 24 hours a day through years, you know, like you know that you're being attacked by it. But all right, I'm kind of staying positive, right, guys? This is positive. What else positive can I say? Keep going. Like, we're gonna win this. We are. No matter what these people say to you, they're wrong. They're very wrong. They're not on the right side. It doesn't matter if they've lied to police or they've lied to ex-military, or that they have complicit people like that on their side. They're wrong. There's no law. You can't just say terrorist and then murder your neighbor. You can't do that. We've definitely got to stop it in our society. It will be stopped. Because none of us want to live in a dystopia. Dystopia is like 1984. It's like, you know, Big Brother's watching you, thought police, and targeted individuals. We all know that the term thought police is a lot worse than any movie has ever made it. They'll even use, and people don't like our thoughts, and like we haven't, people like in our population don't know enough about that, about somebody just thinking of something and then not acting on any of it, and it just being a flash of thought. They don't know enough about that stuff. So these people prey upon that, and they use kind of new technology that can do really wondrous stuff to trick people into hate and murder and sabotaging vehicles, breaking into homes, antisocial behavior of such a high degree that murder is included in that. I stand my ground still at this house. If I come up with a great plan and I am able to get the money and hold these people at bay and really do it, I'll still do that. But I think we're so close to just stopping this altogether. This guy's making it so big that it's too big. It's too big, and I think a lot of people are kind of catching on that I'm just a regular guy. Like, I think even the people they're tricking are kind of catching on because he's just making it too big. So, I'm still surviving. I'm still alive. I trust in God. Every time that, I'll tell you all this, every time that I felt like, and I need to realize this, every time when I felt like so overwhelmed by it, like where I was like, they got me. I'm like, they got me. I'm not going to be able to put up more. I don't have any more money to buy anything, to buffer or anything. They got through my stuff. Every time I thought that, maybe the longest it's taken is like a week or maybe 2 weeks to get back on my feet and figure something out and to stop them and to get comfortable. And I use a lot of defensive methods. I've spent money on it. Like I would recommend, and I don't want to sound like a salesman, but the Altera whole house plugs, that was the first thing I used. They work so good. And I feel like this stuff that I've been using was God helping me. I couldn't have done it without I couldn't have done it without this stuff that buffers it. And there is theoretical science out there that they're making stuff that works pretty good. It doesn't work how we'd want it to because, like, and this is a positive thought, that if this was created, this directed energy, electromagnetic energy, microwave radiation, to shoot at people, or to be shot off of an antenna at a kind of radar, as a radar, and find you and shoot electromagnetic energy at you, there has to be something that they created that will neutralize it completely. There has to be something, an opposite energy that they know of, that whoever, the scientists who created this, there's probably a formulaic energy that will cancel this out completely. So that's very hopeful. Like, we can't get our hands on it. We can get our hands on Q-wave technology and stuff that does buffer it. But there's something out there that's better than that. And then even if we can't get our hands on that, somebody will figure it out, how to power up some of this Q-wave stuff beyond what it already does. I would testify on the Bible in court, put my right hand on the Bible, that these tabletop defenders, they're $500 a piece, so they're way too expensive, but they work. The personal defenders work. The Altera hole house plugs work. Things that other people are talking about work. There are things that can defend you. Try the cheapest first, and then see kind of what works for you. But be patient with them, because these things build up fields, and it takes them weeks. It takes sometimes 3 weeks to build up a field that's gonna to buffer this electromagnetic energy that they're shooting at you. So you've got to be patient. You can't put it up in a day and it starts working. It might work a little bit. You might feel a little bit of comfort the first day, maybe. But you got to wait. You got to be patient. I mean, if I move these plates that I have around, just moving them. Like, just say I have them all set up. I have, what do I have? I have like 12 or 13 right now. Now, if I just move a couple of them, like say I move 3 of them to the other side of a room, like it will change, the EHF will get through. So it's like if you shift them around, they have to be somewhere and be creating that field, be shooting out these scalar waves and sloughing out these solfeggio waves and creating a field. So if you move them around, it destabilizes that field. So then you got to kind of start over, and it may not take the full 3 weeks if you just move them across the room. It may take, a couple of days for them to get that field back. These things, they take time, which is that's a disadvantage for us, because I don't know how much time it takes for them to build up like an EHF flow or an ELF directed at you. I think that's pretty, like they shoot the ELF and they don't have to really build that up much. It pretty much does what it's going to do right at the beginning. So that is a disadvantage of the technology that we can use, but it still works. And if you place it, where you think you're getting hit the most, it can just make your health better. It can make your thinking more stable. But it's important. Those things are important. It's important. Just pray about it. Pray about it, and look into your heart. Use whatever spirituality you have to just pray about what you need to do. Like, don't listen to me about it. If there's another thing, like orgonite, I've heard about that, or I think that's what it's called. Magnets, I've heard about a lot of people who do magnet stuff around their head that's worked. I've kind of stuck with a certain thing because it's really worked for me, but I'm willing to try other stuff too. I'm going to get a trimeter, and I'm going to start really recording. I'm going to start recording. Does that make the video dark? I'm going to start recording. It's just about to rain. But I'm going to start recording, like, the levels of radiation coming in my home. Did that make... I want it brighter. Can we... Oh, there we go. Okay. But we'll figure this out. I figured it out in a lot of ways with stuff that I'm using other companies and what they're putting out. But we'll figure out better stuff. We'll put out better information. We'll convince more people. We just got to keep going with it. We just got to keep going. Like, I'm so tired. Going to a job and dealing with this makes me more tired than not having a job somewhat. It kind of balances out, though, because if I'm staying in the house, it's worse in the house. Like, right now, and this is a positive thing. This is proof. While I'm in the house, they've got ground EHF that I can hear, the high-pitched sound, but I'll leave the house, and I can still hear a little bit of V2K, and they do microwave tiny muscles in my face, but I can't hear the EHF when I'm remote. So that's a positive thing. I'm learning about what they've kind of got, what they're using, and if I had some kind of tinnitus, it wouldn't just be at this house. It'd be when I went out. It'd be everywhere. So, like, the things that I've learned, and I can tell people, is that it's, when I use this, it's a lot less, or it's non-existent, and then I'll move this around, or this will be shut off, and then it hurts me. So it has nothing to do with my mind. Just thinking that that's hurting me is actually an external source, a directed energy weapon. You can read up on the patents and everything like that. which I will be. I'll be reading some articles, I think. I want to read some articles first, and get some ideas of the patents that I want to read, because I read the dual purpose directed energy weapon, which is handheld. I want to look into it and see if I can find patents for the delivery mechanism that hits us remotely, so I can explain maybe some of how it hits us even if we aren't chipped. Like, even if I have no chip in my body, how they could hit me remotely with a frequency. And it has to do with radar, like it has to do with like an antennae, sending out an electromagnetic frequency to find yours, and then shooting out like something that can hurt you. And it has to do with a frequency that they've, pointed weapons at you and kind of, like, I guess, located this frequency. So I'm going to be studying that more. I guess I've just had a positive week. Even with this, I was able to get through it. Nothing big or bad happened. And that's a gift from God, It is raining right now, and this is a 30-minute video. I'm just going to, I'm going to end it with a prayer. God, please just help our families, help all the target individuals to receive your helper, so that we can come up with good ideas to get out of the situation, to fix our country, fix our world, to bring it back to freedom and to justice. Please just guide our hands, guide our hearts, to know what to tell people when we're angry. Let us yell in a way that we can get it out of ourselves but not get in trouble. Please just save your children, who we just want to live in peace. We want to help our families. Just help us think of defensive ways to stop these people, to get them off of us, to get away from them, which is very hard to do. But we know you will. We know you won't abandon your children. We know that this may be a fight, but that we'll win in the end, that good will win in the end, that freedom and justice will win in the end, and helping people will win in the end, because this is not something that's everybody's going to accept, that people murder each other in their houses. This will not go through. This is not some new thing. Like, people are good, and people do good and want to help people. So help us just to let people know what these evil people are doing, and get things back to the way they should be. I pray in your name, in Jesus Christ's name, in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Alright, guys, so I'll definitely see you on the next one. So I got 2 videos that I'm going to put out, hopefully this weekend. Look, it darkens when I hit that. Okay. I'm going to try and upload those tonight. I don't know if I will be able to, because they were hacked into, both of my computers I use at my house. But maybe I can go over to my parents, tomorrow, since I'm not on call this week, and get them uploaded. Hope you guys are doing all right. I hope you're comfortable as you can be. Leave comments below. Anybody that said that I'm going to call, I'm going to try and call you. We need to plan some stuff. I like it when it rains, because then I don't smell any of their toxins they put in my yard. That's been very positive. It's been raining a lot, so I guess they don't put the toxins out as much because they know it washes away, or I guess it comes through I don't know, maybe it comes through pipes in the ground, so the water, purifies it, and it's not able to come up, because I haven't smelled it since it's been raining. Smelled a little bit now, but it goes away very shortly. Actually, I'm smelling it a lot now. Alright, I'm going to go inside. I love you guys. Live long and prosper, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Please leave your comments below. Please get in touch with me if you need help. I'll try and help you as much as I can with the knowledge I have. And I know other target individuals will too. Conference calls have really helped me a lot to know what other people are going through, and there are people I get on the conference call and they're like, that's exactly what mine are saying to me. Mine sound a lot like yours, and it's like we really get on a on a parallel, knowing that this is a program, knowing that we're not alone, knowing that these people are saying things that are basically by the book. So knowing that it's not some personal thing against you, they're just using psychological warfare. So it's really good to get on conference calls and really make that concrete, that this is psychological warfare, and it's not this guy like saying I'm retarded because he really believes that. It's just a way that they've got my psychological profile. I say that I think I'm smart a lot, that I can figure things out. So they know by saying I'm a retard a lot that they'll make me mad. So we've got to know that's just psychological warfare. They're trying to psychologically profile us. So just don't let them do that. We know that we're more than just our psychological profile. We know that we're our spirit inside. We're the strength God's given us. We're cleverness in our mind that they can't touch. Even doing whatever they're doing with remote neural monitoring, there's a heart that they can't touch in there. Even if they can microwave it, there's a spirit that they can't microwave. So just stay positive. I'm gonna stay positive. It's okay to get mad every once in a while. Yeah, now I can really smell the toxin, so I'm gonna head in. But I love you guys. Stay strong. Don't give up. And kind of hold your ground. If you have to hold your ground, if you know you can't get away from these guys, they're just going to follow you and build it up around you, then hold your ground. And the time is coming. The time is coming. People are working on this. I'm working on this. I talk to people all the time that are working from different angles on this. So it's not like we're all stationary just being killed and doing nothing. There are people working on this. And we'll be working on it a lot more as we get more information. Alright guys, I love y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one. God bless you. God bless you all, and I hope you're comfortable where you are right now.